If you're someone who struggles from time to time with stiffness through your shoulders and neck, then here are a few exercises you might find really helpful just to get you moving and sort of release that tension. So let's start hands and knees. So I just line my hands up right underneath my shoulder, knees underneath the hips. And if you find this a little bit uncomfy with your knees, you could always try just putting a rolled up towel underneath your knees and seeing if that feels a little bit better. Let's get the shoulders moving to start with. So what I do is I spread out my fingertips, and what I do is I just think of letting the shoulder blades slide together and then broadening them again. So when they slip together, my chest drops down towards the floor, and then when I broaden the shoulder blades, I push the floor away and I lift up a little bit. So it's quite a small move, and my arm stays quite straight. So I just have a tiny little bend in the elbow. So I'm really thinking of getting that movement through the shoulder blades. So I let them pinch together, they slip together, then I push the floor away and I feel broad in the upper back. So once you've got that movement, it should feel really nice on your back. So it's basically your back stays in the same shape, but you just slip down between your arms and your shoulders and then slide back up. And we'll just do a couple more here. Okay, and then come back to where you feel is sort of midway between those 2 points, and we're going to round the back now. So nod the head, let the tailbone tuck under so it's reaching towards the back of the knees, and then you just round your back and let your head drop down, pushing the floor away from you, and then you look forward and you'll let your back go in an arch shape. So you reach your chest forward and your eyes look up, and then you nod the head, tuck the tailbone, pull the tummy up, just get really broad in the upper back, rounding and then looking forward and arch. So when I round, that's when I breathe out, and when I look forward, I breathe in. And again, breathe out and round, and look forward and breathe in, and round, and arch. We'll do one more each way. Good, and then just come back to being even again. Then we're going to take your right hand and just lift it up and thread it through. So thread it underneath the left, and you just put your palm to face up, slide it away from you, and you let your shoulder and your head drop down towards the mat. And then you push into the floor and bring your arm back and up. Do that again, just slide it underneath. So you rest there on your shoulder and your head, and then you push into the floor and you bring your arm back. So thread through, we call this thread the needle. Feels nice across the shoulder blades. Bring it back, and last one. And bring it all the way back. We'll do the same on the other side. So just lift up your left hand and slide it through, and back and up, and again, just letting yourself drop down onto your shoulder and then push to lift back up, and thread the needle and back, and one more, and all the way back and up. Good. Then let's take your right hand again. We'll lift it up off the floor, and I want you just to lift it up towards the ceiling. So point it up as high as you can and look up to the hand. So you're letting your upper body have a twist, and then you bring that hand, put it back down. Same on the left hand. So you just lift up the arm, take a big reach, look up. So you can feel that stretch into your neck as well, and then back and down. And twist and look up. And back. And up. Nice big stretch, opening. We'll do one more on each side. Just take your time as you switch sides. That's it. And back and down. Try this now. So just stay on your hands and knees. If your wrists are getting tired, you can always make a little fist. And then what we'll do now is all I want you to do is put your chin towards one shoulder and then bring it back, and then chin to the other shoulder and bring it back. So side to side. Do you notice one side feels maybe a bit tighter than the other? I do. That's okay. Just don't force it. So you feel the stretch, but you don't move to where it hurts. Keep your jaw nice and easy. And move slowly, you don't need to rush. Good. And then maybe flat hands again. Take your right hand, take it one step forward. Round your back in this shape. So just pull up your tummy, make a round shape, and then an arch. Just like we did before, but with one hand forward, you're going to feel it more into that shoulder. That's good, and we'll do two more like this. Exhale as you round. Inhale to look forward. It's really nice to pair up your breath and your movement. Just get that nice rhythm. And then bring that hand back, and then the other side, the other hand goes forward, just one step. Round. And look forward. That's it. Round, nice and gently. And forward. And then we have just one more here. And then just bring that hand back. Now you keep your hands here, and we're just going to tip the elbows to touch to the ground. And I want you just to send the hips back. Okay, so we're still keeping the spine fairly straight, and then just bring yourself back up onto your hands, and then shift back. And open, forward. I want you to think about having nice open collarbones. So just tipping back and forward. So you're going to feel that in the upper back, the back of the arms, and the front of the hips. And a bit of a stretch in the low back too. As you sit back, your sitting bones feel really wide. And last one. That's the way. Good. Now come around. We're just going to have a lie down on your side now. So I'm just going to line my feet up to be about level with my tailbone. And then lay down and cradle my head with my hands. So I'm making a little pillow for my head. So once you're laying down on your side, your top arm reaches forward. You're going to squeeze your legs together like you're gluing them, your knees together. Keep them right where they are as you open this arm out and spiral it over your head like a rainbow. And then you just bring it all the way back. So nice big rainbow over you. And as you reach back, see if you can keep your knees right where they are and bring it back. So inhale when you go back. And exhale, bring it forward. And inhale. You know, the hand that's holding my head, I'm really cradling the back of my head. I'm supporting my head. So I'm letting my head relax into my hand as I turn my head as much as I feel comfortable watching my hand go over. And on the next one, I want you to go open as far as you feel you can without forcing it. And I want you just to hold that shape there. So relax your head into your hand. Your eyes might like to look straight up to the ceiling, or you can twist your head a little and look towards your hand reaching away from you. And then I want you just to focus on breathing in and out through the nice, slow, gentle breaths. That's it. Just keep bringing your thoughts back to that breath pattern. And on the exhale, sometimes it feels like you can melt a little bit further and just open up that tiny little bit more. Just take one more deep breath in, nice and slowly. And then exhale. And then you bring your arm and you just gently roll back. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Good. Now you straighten out your legs and you're just going to roll straight on over to your tummy. All right, let's put your hands sort of in line with your ears and to the side of your mat. And then you just look down on the floor, stretch your legs long, and then you're going to look forward, lift up your head and your chest, and then you can push into your hands to lift up even higher. And then you roll back down and then pop your eyes on the floor. So you look forward, lift up your head, your chin, your chest, then you push into the floor to lift up a little bit more. If you can't get to straight arms, just go to where feels comfortable, all the way back and down. And if you feel that in your lower back, let me show you a trick. Let's do another one together. So before you start, you stretch your legs out long and you're going to imagine that your pubic bone's pressing down into the mat and that your tailbone is anchoring down as well. And you hold that there while you lift up. And you don't go so far that your lower back hurts. But what that does is it keeps the lower spine long, and you're using, it will be less compressed when you lift up. But this is really nice. The other thing you want to think about is trying to keep your shoulders down away from the ears as you roll up and roll down. So just do a couple more with me. Maybe you just come up to here. That's really fine. You don't have to lift all the way up. But the more you get your spine moving, you'll find that you do end up having more range as you keep practicing. That's enough there. And then you just pop your hands by your rib cage. You're going to push into your hands and sit back towards your feet. We call this rest position. And you're just going to stretch your back the other way. Doesn't that feel nice? Because it was a bit tight there in the compression, and now you're stretching it the other way. And then help yourself back onto your hands and knees. Then we just swivel the legs around. We're going to stretch, lay down on the other side now. So we lined ourselves up, feet in line with the tailbone, laying down on your side, making a little pillow for your head, and the top hand in front. Now before you move, you imagine gluing your legs together, keeping them right where they are. Then we just lift up the arm and open out to the side. And then bring it back. So on that first one, my legs wanted to come with me. So maybe that's the same with you. But I'm just going to try, I'm not going to force it to go too far. I'm just going to try and keep my knees where they are so they don't, my whole body doesn't come with me, so I can really get that spiraling through the back and opening here through the shoulder. Relax your head into your hand and bring it back. So remember, inhale as you paint that rainbow over yourself. Exhale back. Your head just spirals along with your back. That's it. On this one, we open up, and that's where you can stay. Look straight up if you like, or turn your head wherever you feel comfortable that you could just stay there for a little moment. And then you can close your eyes even, think about your breathing. So try and close your mouth and breathe in and out through your nose. On the exhale, just letting your body soften as you relax the hips. The ribs spiral open. Just giving yourself a little bit of time to settle into the pose and to feel relaxed. And then when you give your body a little bit of time to be still, that it takes a little moment, and then you'll feel the release. So we can hold our muscles tight and not even realize that a lot of the time. And then we're just ready to bring the arm back, but you go very, very slowly and bring yourself in line. Very good. All right, hand down on the floor, legs go out long, roll over onto your tummy again. But this time, just put your hands right here by your rib cage, push into the floor and sit back into rest position again. Let's make it a stretch for your shoulders by lifting up the palm off the ground so you're up on your fingertips, and that will give your shoulders a bit of a stretch there too. That's it, and then just bring yourself back up to your hands and knees. Then we can sit on our knees like this, or you might prefer to be up on your knees. Actually, I'll be up. We'll stay up, or you can sit down. Either is good. All right, let's just lift the shoulders up to your ears and then just let them drop down. So I want you to breathe in, 2, 3, and exhale, 2, 3. And again, in and out. This way. And again, inhale and exhale, and in and out. Then we're just going to take one arm, reach it over, and you take a big stretch over to the side, and then bring it back. Other side, up and over. This hand just slides down your thigh, so the shoulder drops. Yeah, you're opening from here all the way down and back. Do one more on each side. Really enjoy that opening. Yeah, and back. Last one. Over and back. And that's us all done. Good job. If you enjoyed that Pilates class, then feel free to come back to it as often as you like. If you'd like to keep progressing with your Pilates time, then be sure to check out my monthly membership. This is where you have access to a weekly schedule to help keep you on track, a library of Pilates classes, nourishing recipes, and support from me. So click the link in the comments below and I'll see you in there.